Hi, my name is Alex Carlucci, and I'm going to teach you some things about property taxes. You guys have to consider property taxes when buying a house. You can't just look at the purchase price. So property taxes will definitely affect what your payment's going to be. For example, you buy a $200,000 house, the principal and interest is $1,000. Let's say the property taxes are $10,000. That's going to be an additional $800 per month added to your mortgage, along with the taxes and PMI. Along with the insurance and the PMI. If you find a house with $3,000 taxes, it's only be $250 a month. So you see that there's a $600 difference between $10,000 taxes and $3,000 taxes. So you have to understand how taxes work when you're buying a house, because taxes do change over the life of your loan. They will always, most likely, always be increasing. So that'll be increasing your payment. But first, what I really want to point out to you is about exemptions. A lot of people don't understand exemptions, and they're complicated, and it confuses people when I'm trying to explain it to them. So hopefully you guys understand this. There are numerous exemptions. Some might be a veteran lives in the house, and he doesn't pay any taxes or a very small amount. Then there's seniors exemptions, where the senior is 65, they get a discount on the taxes. There's a senior freeze, where the taxes were frozen in 1985 because the senior turned 65 and the tax bill's reading the same as it was in 1985. And then there's a homeowner's exemption that everybody gets who's going to live in the house. And then there's no exemptions. That's like an investor. Investors don't get any exemptions in the house, and it's the full tax bill. So if you see taxes for houses that you're looking at for $200,000 in the neighborhood you're looking in, and they're all $6,000, and then you run into one that's $2,000, you need to know the exemptions, because you're not going to get the senior freeze. You're not going to get the senior exemption. The only exemption you're probably going to get is the homeowners, unless you're a veteran. If it's a homeowner's exemption, or if it's just a homeowner's exemption on there, then that's pretty much what your tax bill is going to be, and you have to calculate what your payment is going to be based on that. And most underwriters are going to use that bill and not the senior freeze. So if there's a senior freeze on it, you can look at the tax bill and you can pretend to remove it to see what the real tax bill is. And most underwriters will use your tax bill with the senior freeze or senior exemption removed and then recalculate it. So if you see something with $2,500 taxes, we can't necessarily qualify you on that. Now, we do have some investors that do, but I don't know if that's the right way to do it. But we can get you can do them, but your payment's going to go up higher next year when they reassess the bill. So be careful. You don't want to be thinking your payment's $1,500 and you get into the house and it turns out to be $2,000 the next year, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what's happening to me? So you got to look at the exemptions. I would ask your realtors to pull them up for you, and that will clarify a lot for you to understand how the taxes will greatly affect your payment and what's the real tax bill on the property you're buying. I hope you understand that. So veterans, if you're a veteran, here's a great option for you. If you're disabled, I feel bad that you're disabled, but you get away with not paying many property taxes at all, if any. Most states, most counties, it's $0 to a few $100 a year if you're a disabled veteran, 70% disabled or more. So keep that in mind. Make sure you know to go file for that exemption. They don't just give it to you. You have to go down to the county and apply for it, and they'll give it to you. So don't miss out on that. Some veterans miss out on that, and they don't understand that. And I teach them that when they're buying a house, and no one ever tells them that. So I'm telling you now, if you're a veteran, look, if you're a disabled veteran, you can get rid of your tax bill. So those are some of the things about exemptions and senior freezes. Look out for those, because they'll trick you, and your payment's going to go way up next year, and you're going to be like, what? And again, some banks will close with the senior freeze payment, and most won't, but some will, and that could really hurt you in the future. So those are the exemptions, and that's my spin on it, and I hope you liked the video. Please share it. If you got any questions, leave the questions below. We'll get back to you. Thank you.